Hey my friends, this is Daniel Aldie, and today I want to talk with you about 7 college courses that you should take if you want to become an entrepreneur. Now, as you already know, I'm not a big fan of college. I think it's a waste of time and money if you want to be an entrepreneur. But look, if you have to take college courses, these are the 7 that I believe you should take. So listen up. The first class is math. Now, I know that every single student is probably going to have to take math anyways. But if you're going to take math, take it seriously, because in business, there's a lot of calculations that you'll need to make. Now, even though math classes could be more practical, I truly believe that if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to add your own numbers and use math to your own advantage. So let's say, for instance, you want to become a millionaire. Well, do the math. 250 working days times $4,000 a day is $1 million. Or for instance, let's say you want to be better at time management and you're trying to figure out how many hours in a week that you have. So you would take 24 hours in a day times 7 days a week, which is equal to 168 hours in a week. Mathematics is extremely important and it helps you understand things on a higher level. Things that many people won't even be able to understand. Let's say, for instance, you go to a store and you see a sale that's 25% off. You can quickly calculate that number in your mind because you've done the math ahead of time. You can think even faster and better because now your mind is a calculator and it works in your favor. The second college class that you should take is writing. Look, a lot of people don't realize how important writing actually is. But from everything that you write, from text messages to emails to letters, whatever it is, you have to understand that writing is the beginning of all wealth. And the more you write, the more you learn. Now, in school, a lot of times they force us to write essays or they force us to write certain papers that we may not like writing. But we have to realize that writing is an instrument for our success. And the better you write, the better you're able to express your ideas. The better you're able to articulate what you really think and how you really feel. Writing is a creative art, and if you understand how it works, then you'll be able to use it for your success in the future. A lot of times in college, our professors make writing so complicated. But I believe that you need to write on an 8th grade level because that's where most people are when they read. In other words, most people read on an 8th grade level. So if you write in an easy way, people will be able to understand it and they won't even have to stop and think about what you're actually saying because now they fully understand because you made it easy for them. In fact, I remember that when I was in college, I was writing academic papers, but in my mind, I knew that this is not what I wanted to write about in the future. So it made me think, what would I write about if I had to write about something? And because of those thoughts, early in my days, I've been able to produce hundreds of articles and millions of words. Actually, in one of my classes, I remember failing on a writing assignment that it motivated me so much to write my first book, which allowed me to write even more books after that. You see, writing is the beginning of all wealth, and if you can take a writing class, make sure you benefit from it. By the way, check out the articles on my website and make sure you order my books when you can. The third college class you should take is acting. Now, I know some of you guys might be thinking, well, why do I really need to take acting as an entrepreneur? Well, the fact is that you need to learn how to control your facial expressions, your body language, and also your gestures. When you have complete control and command of your body and the way you feel within your body, it will allow you to express yourself in a way you never have before. In college, I remember taking an acting class and it helped me to see a perspective that I never even entertained. Pun intended. Now you might be asking, well, how does acting really help me to become a better entrepreneur? And the real reason is because you can place yourself in a role that you haven't been in and allow yourself to express your feelings and your thoughts and your emotions in a way you haven't before. Let's say, for instance, you're a salesperson and you're trying to convince a prospect and you go through certain questions by yourself in front of the mirror, and now you learn how to act a certain way in front of the prospect when that question is now being raised. Or let's say, for instance, you're a boss and you have to hire or fire a new employee. You have to learn how to act your way into thinking and think your way into acting. You also have to consider the things that you would say and the things that you won't say. And acting allows you to control your body language and your temperament and allows you to express yourself in the most perfect way. The fourth class you should take in college is public speaking. Now, most public speaking courses in college really isn't that good at all. Many public speaking skills do not actually provide the real skills or the techniques that you will need when you enter the stage. but that doesn't matter. What really matters is that you learn the fundamentals, you learn how to outline a speech, and you learn what is necessary to actually be able to give a speech in the public domain. Keep in mind that the last 4 courses that I mentioned don't always have to be taken in school. Math, writing, acting, and public speaking can all be done outside of college. But you have to know where to go and execute on the exact skills that you want to learn from the courses that you take outside of school. The 5th college class you should take to be an entrepreneur is philosophy. Now, most philosophy professors are absurd. They're crazy, and they're different than most professors. The reason why I'm saying this is that most philosophy professors study philosophy so much that they gain their own philosophy in the process of studying philosophy. Whenever you take a philosophy class, you could be sitting there in a classroom and your mind could wander off. You could start reading the books and start listening to your professor, and they'll take you in a whole different world that you've never been before. Even more importantly is that you can change your own philosophy and completely adapt a new perspective once you're done with your philosophy class. Number 6 is history. Look, if you're going to take a class in college, make sure you take a bunch of history classes. The reason why I suggest history is because when you study history, you can learn about money, you can learn about political structures, you can learn about certain economical systems, you can learn about ways of thinking that you formerly hadn't before. Remember that everything in history repeats itself in one way or another. So when you're selecting a history professor, make sure they have high reviews and make sure that they can help you understand history on a profound level. The 7th and final class that you should take in college is psychology. Now, very few teachers actually know how to teach psychology, so you want to make sure you understand exactly who you're learning from. Now, if you happen to run into a bad professor that teaches psychology, don't despair, because you can profit off the experiences and understanding off of the other students that you're interacting with, but also read the textbooks that they assign you. That's one of the greatest benefits of psychology, history, and philosophy. Not only can you learn from your fellow students, but you can learn from the textbooks that you pay hundreds of dollars to obtain. Keep in mind that every single one of these classes could be learned outside of school and could cost a fraction of the price and take way less time. So if you're going to be diligent, make sure you take these classes one by one as general electives, or try to find a way to learn outside of the academic domain. Thank you for watching this video, my friends. Please subscribe right now so you can get more videos like this. And also leave a comment in the section below and let me know what classes you're taking right now or what classes you plan to take. See you next time.